Today I fucked up by insulting the one-legged girl I'm interested in.
I'm scared for this, or I guess I need more information.
So, in these corona times, I'm bored out of my mind, so I downloaded a dating app. I find a girl I'm really into, and we connect on many things. She loves Star Wars, some games, and she even likes football, although she completely chose the wrong team to support. Packers. Anyhow, I'm a bit wary she might be a catfish, because she's hot as hell. At least a 10, maybe more, while I'm a 5 on my best days. There are a lot of catfish on the site, so I ask her for a picture of her. She's understanding, and we exchange some pics, nothing special. On one of the pics, I spot a prosthetic leg. Well, shit, she's probably a bit insecure about the whole thing, so I decide I must tell her I noticed, but don't care about it. Yeah, I think most of you probably think I'm an idiot already, but don't put the popcorn away just yet. It's about to get worse. I haven't mentioned the prosthetic yet, but I'm looking for an opportunity. We're just throwing cheesy pickup lines at each other, as it is something we've been doing for a couple of days now. I ask if she's ever been jailed for stealing hearts. She responds to that with a, "Do you think I'm a thief?" To which I respond, "I was thinking more of a pirate." I haven't had a response in 10 minutes.
He said the pirate comment?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Because, pirates
Yep.
used to have peg
Peg
legs. I'm, cringing on the inside for this poor boy. I'm cringing. I guess I shouldn't assume. I don't think they ever mentioned their gender. So I'm cringing, though, for this person. So embarrassing.
I just don't know where you go. I don't know. It's hard to ask about that initially, but I don't think maybe the joke should have been the way. I'm not sure.
I think there might have been better ways to approach it, but yeah, I don't know. I think with disabilities, I always try to make people I don't really notice or bring them up. It doesn't affect my relationship with people. It doesn't affect how I view them. So for me, I'm if you want to outright tell me something, if you're on the spectrum and you want me to know to make our communication better or whatever, I'll let you disclose it. So for me, I'm I don't think I ever would have said anything until she brought it up, because that's just me. But then I also think on the flip side, okay, why beat around the bush? It's a part of who she is. She's not embarrassed about her disability, or, her amputation, or, it could be a congenital defect too. You don't know. There's so many factors. So I guess it could be yeah, I noticed your prosthetic in the background. Looks like a cool one, because there's some really, really cool ones, especially the running ones. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I think with disabilities and stuff like that, it's we don't have to be so discreet or embarrassed, because they're not embarrassing.
No, and I think you just don't want to assume, because assume why they have it, or because you don't know the story behind it. And I feel there can be, you're saying, 1,000 different ways of why someone would have a disability as well, and that could be extremely traumatic for them as well. So you don't want to making a joking manner is definitely
there's a fine
playing
line.
With fire a little bit.
It is, and it's a fine line, and you don't know people's boundaries, especially early on dating like this. So all you can do is be kind and just see where it goes from there, and try to be open and communicate openly. And there is an update for this one. It might actually be fine. She got the joke and planned to get back at me by not responding for a while. I think I like her a bit more now.
There you go. I think there is, it is just awesome too. I can remember I went snowboarding in Colorado in college, and one of the days it was Paralympic, skiing and snowboarding, and these people were legit blowing past me on the hill, doing crazy moguls. It was one of the coolest things I've honestly ever seen, and it was so they were going fast, way faster than I would go down the hill. No fear. It was awesome.
The Paralympics is the most amazing thing to watch, and just to hear people's stories. And there was a commercial recently for one of the Olympic swimmers. It was a girl that had I think it was just above the knee amputations, or it was a congenital thing where she was born like that, and she was adopted, and it was just the most amazing commercial. It's one of those commercials that makes you cry, or maybe it's just me because I'm sensitive.
nothing can like that just proves to like nothing, even like not having a leg or an arm, none of that can like stop you because there are people that do the most insane
I know. It's incredible.
stuff with.
Yeah, absolutely incredible. Top comment on this one. As a woman with 2 artificial legs, I would find this hilarious. OP comments back, well, turned out she did too, but wanted to hang my ass dry for a little while. I like her. She sounds brilliant. And then there's just some other funny and somewhat inappropriate comments on her. On here. Her. What were you going to say?
I think I would have let him like have to wait for it or make him think about what he said a little bit too, I think.
Let him sweat it a little bit. Let him sweat it. Another comment with like 11,000 upvotes. You pegged that one.
That's a good pun, though. I do like a good pun.
It's a little punny. She could shove her foot up your ass if she can get your head out of the way.
That one's good. I like that one.
That one is good.
I always thought that was an odd comment. I feel like that got yelled when my dad was mad sometimes when I was younger to get my head out of my ass, and I've never, you know what I mean? I've never seen someone with their head up their ass physically, but I always thought that was funny. Or just an odd comment. Why is that even, why is that a
comeback?
Yeah.
Or a saying? I do not know. Another comment, I bet she can't stand you now.
That's good too.
Yeah, OP comments back, seriously, cut it off with the leg jokes. So a lot of funny comments on this thread. So I'll save the link and post it for this one. Just a comment for listeners out there. There is an earlier episode where we were talking about an individual with a disability, and I mentioned something about being using language like differently abled. And I just want to clarify, like, I actually picked up that language in grad school from a group of disabled individuals that wanted to shape the language around their disability, and that's what they wanted to be like referred to as. However, after people reaching out, I do recognize that just going by disabled is typically preferred within the community. So I will be using that going forward. And I think it's just, it's good to know what people prefer with their language and their identity. And it's kind of crazy with my grad program. There was also a big initiative to put like person first before disability or like anything like that. So it was like a boy with autism. But what I'm finding out now is that the community itself doesn't like that at all. Like they actually prefer to be recognized like disability first because that is a big part of their like identity. So going forward, I know now. Thank you for highlighting this and the education, because my doctorate graduate program is definitely going to get a nice email from me with links and a lot of articles from individuals in the community, because it is important to identify people with language they prefer.
I agree.
Okay. Off my soapbox.